Thank you for tuning in to this video, Freelance Duck Hunting Preseason. The season's going to be coming up fast, and I'm going to be cranking out a bunch of videos for you guys. Today, I'm going to be talking about Georgie's first year in review. You probably watched by now my Izzy tribute video, and I hope that you really liked that. Izzy was my yellow lab that we had to put down this past year at age 13. So I made a tribute video for that. If you haven't seen that yet, I'll put the link up here. Make sure and check that out. So if you've been waterfowl hunting for any point in time and you're a dog guy, or if you have your first dog, transitioning from one dog to the next is just part of the process. And if you're lucky in your lifetime, you can have 4 or 5 hunting dogs that really, really increase your enjoyment of being out and duck hunting. And that's what I was in last year. I was in that transition phase. Went from Izzy to a year where Georgie was just young and learning, to where I wasn't hunting with the dog, and then last year was Georgie's season number 1. So this video is just about a year in review of Georgie's first year, with a little highlight video at the end of some things of her that I'm really, really proud of. But before that, guys, I've got something really, really cool that's going on. Well, I am giving away a hunt where if your name gets drawn, you and one of your buddies can come here with me to my state and go on a waterfowl weekend, and I'm actually going to even pay for a little bit of your travel expenses. Now, this is put on by the Duck Gun Podcast. It's Jordan Fromer and myself. And in order to get registered for this hunt giveaway, you need to go to patreon.com/freelance duck hunting, and you can sign up to get yourself registered to go for this hunt giveaway. And we're going to be doing that right towards the end of August, early September is we're going to do this drawing. So jump on that because I'm really excited about it. All right, so Georgie. I got Georgie. She is now 2 years old. So 2 years ago, my dad, my wife, and my daughter Penelope and myself, we traveled up to Nebraska to meet Chris Jobman at Flatlander Kennels to pick up little baby Georgie, little black lab, and man, puppies are cute. Flatlander Kennels is, to me, I'm going to get every dog there. I mean, it is the most amazing place. Chris Jobman is one of the top trainers in the United States. Incredible guy. His knowledge is unbelievable. And so if you're looking for a puppy or someone to train your puppy, that is a great place to do it. I'll put contact information in the description below. So I got Georgie home, and that I spent the whole year. I got her right around, she was born right around Mother's Day. So I got her at the beginning of July. And so that meant I had an entire year to train her. Now with Izzy, all I wanted Izzy to be able to do was to be steady and to bring things back to hand. But with Georgie, I really wanted to take it to the next level. So I used Freddie King's retrieving website. It's only $60 a year. It's called theretrievertrainer.com, and it's got videos that go right through it. Every single thing that you need to do, and you follow through it. And I followed Georgie with that. I got her home, and I just went through video after video. And we got her into water. And
oh, she's doing it! Yeah!
We did my knowledge from Freddie King and that website just boomed as I went through it. And so I spent that entire year, this would have been season 5 of Freelance Duck Hunting, training Georgie. I was doing the Georgie vlogs, which I'll put up here. And so by the time I got to start Georgie waterfowl hunting, which was last teal season, she was over a year old, and that's the way I wanted it. And so I got over a year to train little Georgie, and hopefully you guys were watching those Georgie vlog videos. Now, as Georgie started the year, hunt number 1 was that teal hunt, and we decided we were going to take it really, really slow.
Oh, there you go.
Georgie! Good, here. There we go. Here. Good dog.
Georgie.
Here. Fetch it. Place. Sit. Hold it. Hold it. Good dog. There was 3 of us. My dad, my buddy Ben out there in Nebraska that had us come teal hunting, and myself. And Ben's dog was only a second-year dog, so we just took it slow. And at first, Georgie was just kind of confused. She really wasn't sure what to do.
What do you think, G? You're doing okay for your first day. We'll take it. We'll take it. Good dog. Looking the wrong way, though.
Because she had just never been in that situation. But she got her first retrieves, and she did pretty good that first day. Georgie! But that day number 2, we hunted that next Sunday, and that day number 2, from the very start of the day, there was just something different about Georgie.
Hunt number 2, girl. Look, she already is understanding the game a little bit better.
She was focused. She was, I mean, ready to roll. And so that second hunt, she did much, much better than the first day.
Georgie! She's killing it today. Sit. What a girl. And
was marking better. She was just like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing. So Georgie was kicking butt. Now, as my goal for Georgie last year was number 1 over everything else is be steady. Every single dog that I have, I want to be steady. I cannot stand hunting with my dog who's not steady, because it's just it brings chaos. I want to have full control of Georgie. So I worked a ton on that. And hunt number 1, she was locked down steady. Hunt number 2, she was locked down steady. And so the first weekend was just awesome. It was just awesome. She did great. So then the next weekend was the teal opener in Kansas. And I went with Golden Boy and my dad and Josh from Outdoor Limits.
We made it. Yeah, there's Aiden. There's Josh.
Welcome to the Freelance duck hunting channel.
Now this water we were hunting was only, 3 or 4 inches deep. And this is where Georgie's speed really, really showed up.
Georgie! Oh, you got 2. Georgie! Georgie!
Georgie, you're gonna break your neck jumping into those teal, girl.
Georgie's dad's name is Flash out of Flatlander Kennels, and Chris Jobman says Georgie is the fastest, or Flash is the fastest dog that he's ever seen. And I don't think Georgie's as fast as her dad, but man, she's, especially compared to Izzy, she really, really is fast. And so this hunt, she really started to show her speed. But right on the last retrieve of that hunt number 3, she broke and wasn't steady.
There we go.
No, here. She broke her first break place. Well, it finally happened. She broke.
And when that happened, something just kind of popped up in her mind that, being steady was an option. And so over the course of the next 4 or 5 hunts, I had a lot of problems with Georgie not being steady.
Georgie did break again. You're going to screw yourself out of all your retrieves if you're going to break. You won't go on another retrieve until you're steady.
And, when you have a dog for the first year, you need to make that dog. I've heard of the guys not even shooting their gun on the first 7, 10 hunts that a dog's on. Now, I didn't do that, but I was very, very careful. I did put the gun down a lot. And so I was very calculated with what we were doing. So over the next 3, 4, 5 hunts, Georgie struggled with her steadiness. So I got to the point where if she wasn't steady, I didn't even let her retrieve.
Well, Georgie broke. So she's going to sit and watch me retrieve these ducks.
I mean, that was crucial. Number 1 thing I wanted to worry about during the year, like I said, is her being steady. And so we had to come to, little Georgie and I had to come to Jesus. And there was one hunt in which, man, she was terrible. And I shot my limit. I was solo hunting by myself. It was my quad kill hunt and on teal. And she was just terribly unsteady. And so she didn't retrieve hardly any of the birds at all. And I ratcheted up the discipline on her a little bit. And after I really cracked down on her in that moment in that hunt, she was great. Her steadiness, I think that was like hunt 6. Her steadiness just was almost perfect the rest of the year.
It's not a teal.
Georgie!
Good girl, G. Way to be steady.
So we had that little hiccup. And so she went to the rest of the year and she was pretty much completely steady. And then later in the year, she started to creep a little bit.
Here. Well, little Georgie's been creeping lately. Started 2 hunts ago in the A-frame. twice now she has ended up from here to there. So I went and got the last retrieve myself. And she's gonna have to get her crap together.
You don't want, it's not as bad as breaking, but you don't want that either. So I did have that problem where she was starting to break. And so I had to work on that and focus on that. And if you've got that hunting dog, guys, you've got to make your hunting dog, those first few years, the priority. You've got to train them in the field. You cannot just allow them to do whatever they want and go on with the hunt, but you've got to actually work them in the field. And if that means putting your gun down, that's what you've got to do. You've got to put that gun down. So I took care of that creeping part for the most part. The second thing I worked really hard on that I wanted her to be able to do that first season was take hand signals, and they call that casting. And at the beginning of the season, I worked hard on it the last month and a half up until Georgie's hunt day, and she was doing really, really well. But I made a crucial mistake. On the retrievertrainer.com, you're supposed to follow it video by video by video by video by video. And I got overconfident a little bit, and I kind of went away from the videos, kind of started doing my own things. So she did break down in that department a little bit. But at the beginning of the season, she was taking hand signals and doing a really good job with it.
Sit. We're back. I didn't realize I shot another one on the water. I thought I was cleaning it up. Over. Get it, get it. Good dog. Good dog. There we go. That was a... Over! Show you guys what I got. Good girl.
But as the season went on, it just kind of broke down. In fact, it broke down to the point where I just kind of stopped messing with it. And that's been my focus this off season, is casting, hand signals. In fact, I'm going to have a video coming up I'm not sure when it's coming up, but soon, where I went to my first HRC hunt test with Georgie and put her in the seasoned category. And I'll have videos about that, so I won't fully explain it. But so overall, I think Georgie had an incredibly good year. She marks the birds well. She's calm. She's steady. She's athletic. I'll tell you, Georgie is by far the most natural hunting dog that I've ever owned, and it just makes a difference. I mean, my first two dogs, my first one I bought for $15 out of the paper. Izzy, my second one, she was bred for waterfowl hunting, but she only cost $350 because her bloodlines were real diluted from the really good hunting ancestry that she had in her bloodline. And Georgie out of Flatlander Kennels, I'm telling you, if you pay a little bit extra for these dogs, normally you are going to be able to tell the difference. So I could not be happier with this little dog of mine. She's just a little thing, and she is just a spitfire. I cannot wait to get her back in the field and see how she does this year. So before I show you the Georgie highlight clip of some of her retrieves, I just want to thank you again for being here. Don't forget to go to patreon.com/freelance duck hunting and get yourself signed up so that you can be entered in the hunt giveaway. If you have any questions, email me, comment here. That would be great. So without further ado, let's watch this little highlight reel of little Georgie from Flatlander Kennels, first year retrieving.
Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good dog.
Oh yeah.
Today, this little girl has retrieved her first pintail drake. She's retrieved her first mallard drake. Well done, little G. My little dog from Flatlander Kennels. She's a beast. She's got it, man. She's doing great. Oh, they're on it. They're chasing it. They're chasing it. Get it, G. Get it, G. Good girl, G. That is the best retrieve of little Georgie's life. Get it, Georgie. Get it. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. You're so sweet. You gotta put your wine in. You're not licking my face. Don't even try it. Don't be trying to lick my face. I've seen what other disgusting stuff goes in your mouth.